Hey everyone, Alex here, but today I'm talking about a problem I'm guessing a lot of you know too well. You've got hours of long form footage, and your job is to turn that into snackable, shareable clips that actually perform. I do a ton of remote projects, and I'm always juggling terabytes of content, people asking for highlights, and the eternal question: how do you get more eyeballs without spending days manually combing through footage? I want to walk you through 8 options creators typically reach for, what each one does well, where they fall short for repurposing long video into short social clips, and how Vizard fits into the mix. I'll keep it real. Some of these tools are excellent at what they do, but they weren't built to automatically find the viral moments and schedule them across platforms. That's where Vizard becomes a no-brainer for creators who need scale without losing sanity. Quick note, I'm not here to bash anyone. These tools have real strengths, but I do want to point out the limitations so you can pick the right workflow for your team. Frame.io is awesome if you live inside Adobe and you need deep frame-by-frame feedback with your editors. It's built for pro workflows, proxies, comments on frames, and a review loop everyone understands. If you're managing camera masters and finishing timelines, Frame.io is often the smoothest path. Where it doesn't help much, it's not an auto-clipping machine. If you want to spin out dozens of short clips for TikTok or Reels, you'll still be doing manual selects or asking editors to export dozens of versions. It's pricey once you scale, and it assumes you've got an editor or a post pipeline doing the heavy lifting. How Vizard complements it: keep using Frame.io for collaborative editing and approvals, but let Vizard scan your delivered timelines or raw exports to pull out the best bite-sized clips automatically. Frame.io handles the pro review, Vizard handles the social grind. Look, Google Drive is in everyone's lives. It's fine for storing footage, sharing dailies, and keeping a lightweight library. For small teams or one-person shops, it's a cheap, familiar stopgap. Its limits: Drive is storage first, not a content factory. There are no tools for finding highlight moments, annotating clips for social reuse, or auto-scheduling posts. Downloading large files through the browser can be slow and frustrating, and organization gets messy fast when you're dealing with hours of content. Where Vizard helps, use Drive as your archive, but hook Vizard in to automatically fetch long videos, detect the most engaging segments, and turn them into polished short clips. Then publish or schedule them without juggling manual exports. Dropbox is great at syncing and keeping files consistent across platforms. Features like replay for reviewing shortcuts and watermarking for security make it good for teams spread across a company. But again, it's not an auto creator. Upload limits and browser transfer caps can slow you down, and the review workflows still expect humans to pick which moments to post. If your goal is to scale repurposing, Dropbox is the storage and sharing piece, not the creative assistant. Vizard plus Dropbox. Use Dropbox for file sync and archival. Let Vizard pull in footage and produce dozens of platform-ready clips, and then push those back into Dropbox or straight to your social calendar. PostLab shines when multiple editors need to work together and lock project files. It's built for remote editorial workflows, version control, project locking, and a sense of files feeling like they're local even when they're not. Where it falls short for repurposing, PostLab is about editing collaboration, not automated highlight extraction or multi-platform scheduling. You still need humans to identify the story beats for snackable content. Vizard's angle: when the editors finish a project in PostLab, Vizard can take the final long-form exports and create a stream of short clips tailored to different platforms, saving editors from the repetitive task of making multiple crops and captions. If your priority is backing up everything without fuss, Backblaze is amazing. Unlimited personal backups at a low cost? Yes, please. It's simple, reliable, and great if you're paranoid about losing footage. But Backblaze is an archive, not a repurposing tool. It won't find the amazing 2-minute section or auto-generate vertical edits. Use case: Backblaze for backups, Vizard for creative output. Keep your master safe in Backblaze and let Vizard take copies out for quick clip generation when you need to repurpose. Wasabi gives you hot storage at a lower cost than the big hyperscalers and can behave like a NAS. It's solid for teams that want fast access to big files without surprise bills for egress or API calls. The downside: technically oriented setup and sharing can feel clunky for creators. Wasabi doesn't come with AI that understands where your viral parts are. Combine them: Wasabi for cheap, fast storage, Vizard for the smart content layer that extracts, edits, and prepares short-form content for publication. S3 is the big, flexible option. Want total control? Build your own pipeline, scale to petabytes, and hook into a custom MAM. S3 handles it. But it's not friendly without engineering help, and the console UX is not built for creators. Importantly, S3 is storage and hosting, not an AI editor. The quirk many teams hit is that S3 will keep your footage safe, but someone still has to write code or run manual processes to generate and distribute social clips. Where Vizard fits, Vizard can plug into S3 as the creative layer. It ingests long videos from S3, runs automated cutting and captioning, and then either pushes the clips back to S3 or straight to your socials. No need to build a whole custom service just to turn a podcast episode into daily clips. Alright, here's the kicker. Vizard works differently. It's designed for creators who want to stop spending days on repetitive editing and start publishing consistently. Vizard's core strengths are what I call the 3 automation pillars. Auto-editing viral clips. The AI scans long videos, finds high engagement moments, and assembles ready-to-post clips. It looks for energy, hook moments, laughs, strong reactions, and other signals that tend to perform well on short-form platforms. Auto-schedule. Set how often you want to post, and Vizard will handle the publishing cadence. No more juggling spreadsheets or guessing when to post. You pick frequency, and the system fills your calendar. Content calendar. Manage and tweak clips in a single place. You can reschedule, edit captions, add branding, and push to multiple socials without hopping between tools. Why this matters. The real bottleneck for creators isn't just storage or review. It's turning long content into consistent platform-optimized shorts at scale. You can keep using Frame.io for editorial reviews, Dropbox or Wasabi for storage, and S3 for distribution, but Vizard sits on top as the engine that actually produces the social assets and schedules them. A few practical examples. Got a 90-minute live stream? Vizard will pull dozens of 15-60-second clips that hit the best parts automatically. Finished a podcast? Vizard finds the quotable takes and preps vertical cuts with subtitles. Did you do a panel with multiple speakers? It'll isolate the standouts so each guest gets micro content. Limitations? Look, auto tools aren't perfect. You'll sometimes want to tweak a clip, nudge a caption, or swap a thumbnail. Vizard gives you the edit. It doesn't replace creative judgment entirely, but it shrinks the repetitive workload by an order of magnitude. Final thoughts, how to pick and stitch these together. If you're a pro production house, keep Frame.io, PostLab for editorial control, and use S3, Wasabi, Dropbox as your backbone. Add Vizard on top to take the heavy lifting out of clip creation and scheduling. If you're a small business or solo creator, Drive plus Vizard is an excellent low-friction combo. Drive stores the raws, Vizard turns them into a social calendar. The bottom line, storage and collaboration tools are great, but they don't solve the content velocity problem. If you want more consistent posting, more variety of clips, and less time spent in export menus, Vizard is the tool that actually moves things from long-form to platform-ready short clips automatically. If you're curious, try running one long interview through Vizard and see how many usable clips it finds. You'll probably be surprised how many publish-ready moments are hiding in there. And if you've got questions about hooking Vizard into your current storage or team setup, drop them in the comments. I'll help you think through the workflow that keeps your files organized and your socials fed. Alright friends, that's my cheat sheet for choosing the right tools when you need to convert long videos into short, shareable content. If this helped, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this, and tell me what tools you're currently using. I'm always curious how other creators stitch this stuff together. See you next time.